All right, so we're on Sutra 239, making our way through the yamas and the niyamas. And I'll read the translation that Swami Satchidananda has, and we'll start there. In his translation, it says, when non-greed is confirmed, a thorough illumination of the how and why of one's birth comes. When non-greed is confirmed. So non-greed is his translation of the word aparigraha, which if you've been studying yoga for a while, you've heard of aparigraha. A lot of times it's translated as not coveting, um, not wanting. I think if a Buddhist teacher were teaching this, they'd say non-attachment. So not grasping at things, not grasping at things. When non-grasping is confirmed, a thorough illumination of the how and why of one's birth comes. Swami Satchidananda talks a little bit about receiving gifts and wanting gifts and being obligated by the person who gave us the gift, which I think is an interesting thing for us to consider. In the last paragraph, he says, when the mind becomes this calm and clear by being free of desires and obligations, we gain the capacity to see how our desires caused our present birth. So in this discussion, he's referring to this idea of the cycle of birth and rebirth, which we may or may not hold in our belief system that that's how it works. So I actually did a little bit of research because that's what I do when I'm like, this one's hard for me the way he's talking about it. And I found a translation that clicked for me a little bit better. And this is what Chip Hartdraft, he's pretty well known for his translation. Chip Hartdraft says, freedom from wanting unlocks the real purpose of existence. Freedom from wanting unlocks the real purpose of existence. So for me, this idea of grasping, we can easily kind of see where we're caught in this with material things, like a beach house or a pretty sweater, or just all of the things that culture and advertising tell us we need and should want all day long. So that's something for us to contemplate and to kind of become aware of in ourselves, our desire for things and how it catches us and kind of gets us in its grip. Simple, like going shopping. Yesterday we walked around Fernandina Beach, which is a cute little town. There's all these cute shops and all these things to want. Can you go buy something like that and think, oh wow, that's really nice, I'd like to have that, and then make it really just window shopping? Okay, well, that was fun, but I don't need any of that in my home. But I think at a bigger level, what the sutra is pointing to is when we can get to the place where we feel like we have enough, then we can find peace. And when we're constantly striving, whether it's for position or material things or a sense of happiness or just something that we feel like it is beyond our reach, that we don't yet have it, then we're not able to find that freedom. So just this, how is just this sitting with us? Just this. And when I'm a witness to people at the end of life. I mean, some of us are going through this already where it's like, I want less stuff, like I'm starting to shed things. So I think that's a natural process for us as we get older, is like wanting less. And I think that's one of the gifts of getting older, is that we're like, yeah, I don't need that anymore. Been there, done that kind of thing. Offers freedom, not only in material things, but also in just the desire for something that we don't have. So in our kind of Western Judeo-Christian teachings, don't covet your neighbor's wife, don't covet your neighbor's car, don't covet your neighbor's couch. Like, can we be okay with what we have? Is this teaching? And the thing that comes up, I think, from a mindfulness practice is when we feel something catching us, like when that little bubble of grasping bubbles up, can we notice it and detach from that? So let's meditate. I'm gonna shift my own position because I'm sitting on the floor and we'll be here for a moment or two. All right, create a posture that's good enough. And when you're situated, draw your attention more inward than outward, maybe by closing your eyes. Notice your physical seat, your posture, your support. Today, I'll invite you to sit with strong determination. And what I mean by that is commit to being with what you have in your physical body without needing to change it. We won't be here long enough to cause any permanent damage. So if something gets uncomfortable, can you not want it to be different? Can you just be with what is? Notice your natural breath and allow it to flow without needing to change it. Just, just your breath. And notice how your breath comes and goes. It just flows without any forcing, any gripping, just comes and goes. You were to hold your breath, it would eventually cause some discomfort. holding on, impeding the natural flow of your breath. You can try it if you want. In that same way, a wise teacher taught that life is like a river. Right? If we allow it to flow, the water moves smoothly in its channel. You can't hold on to the water. If we try to stop it, it'll find a new course. The sutra teaches us that we'll get complete understanding if we don't grasp. Why am I here? To flow with things as they happen or to hold on, stop the natural flow? And we love something and let it go. The suffering comes from the struggle against nature, really. Is there a place where you're holding on too tightly? How could it be if you let go? What would be possible if we stopped trying to control nature, the nature of reality, that everything changes? There's a mantra practice, just the repetition of let go, let go. Take a bigger, fuller breath. Do that again. Just a nice big clearing, opening. When you're ready, open your eyes. Yeah, move your body if you need to. Insights? Questions? Yes, Jessica. Oh, yeah.
Good morning. Okay, so my insight was that at the end of life, 3 times I've packed up three different people's lives, right? And been there for the end of life. And what I realized is you're left over with a few things like, your mementos, photos, your financial stuff, right? But mainly what's left is your connections with people and the love that's shared. And what I'm realizing is that our connections are energetic, right? So you can think of it like a fuse. And the more that you clutter your fuse, your connection with material things, whatever it is, the thoughts also, the more that you clutter, the less clear of a connection you're going to have, because you can't put the fuse together. You understand? Together. So they're having their clutter and you're having yours. But if you're both clear, then you can connect more clearly. Because really, the point of everything is love and to be your most genuine self.
Yeah.
And to be your most genuine and the best version of yourself. And you can't do that with all the crap. You need to let that go and focus on really what's important, I think, is the love.
Amen.
I think that's it.
That's a good it.
Namaste.
Thank you for your wisdom, really. You earned it. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a lovely day. I'll see you on this same bat channel, same bat time next week.